Sharkie Gamer here. So today we'll take a look at the Logitech G5 laser mouse. Now this is the Battlefield 2142 Special Edition. So this is the front of the box. You can see the Logitech logo up the top. And in the middle here you've got a display window showing off the mouse, and it's awesome artwork on it. On the sides of the box here you got some also more artwork from Battlefield 2142. Right down the bottom here it says PC USB, laser, 6 buttons, tilt wheel, full speed USB, adjustable sensitivity, weight tuning. And there's some logos of companies just there. On the side of the box here you've got gaming grade specifications. So 2000 DPI, 6.4 megapixels per second, 20G acceleration, 45 to 65 inches per second. And also it's got 36 grams of tuning weight, so you can put 36 grams of weight into the mouse or take it out. On the other side, you've got some more artwork there. It's pretty cool. On the back here, it says G5 laser mouse. It's got a picture of the mouse just there. Going to the side, it says Tune for Game Domination. 2000 DPI gaming grade laser engine. An ultra high resolution engine churns images at an astounding 6.4 megapixels per second. A massive 30 pixel by 30 pixel sensor array and precision laser technology provides best in class in performance and tracking. Full speed USB, 500 reports per second, delivers blazing speed and instant acceleration. Adjustable weight cartridge. Use 36 grams of adjustable weight to tune the balance and heft of the G5 for the control you need to dominate the competition. On the fly sensitivity switching. G5 provides instant access to 3 sensitivity levels: 400 DPI, 1200 DPI, and 2000 DPI. Best before driver installation. Shift from pixel precise targeting to fast twitch maneuvers without pausing the action. Polyurethane gaming feet. Forget sticky workarounds. Durable polyurethane feet give your G5 the ultra smooth glide you want in a gaming mouse. In the corner here it shows you an image of the weight tuning, the little thing that adds all the weights to it. Okay, so let's go ahead and open this up and have a closer look at this mouse. So it comes in this plastic, almost like a blister pack, but it's got these little clips on it, so you can just sort of unclip all these and pull it out. So first in the box you get this little packet, and this has basically got your little installation guide, sort of just a really quick thing how to plug it in and install the driver, and you've also got a driver disc in there, so there's nothing really fantastic in there at all. It doesn't really tell you that much, it's more of just a quick starter guide. The next thing you have in here is this, and this is basically all your weights for your mouse. And this box is always a pain to get open. There we go, so it says G5 on the top. You open this one up, and inside you've got all these little weights on them. I just pull one of these out to show you what it looks like, and that's what it looks like. And it actually has a weight, so this is 1.7 G, so 1.7 grams. So these silver ones are 1.7 G, and these ones here are 4.5 G, the black ones. So there's different weights in there, which we'll get to in a second. Next bit here is your weight cartridge. So these are what the weights go into to install in the mouse. So for instance, if you take a weight, you're going to install it in the cartridge like that, and then that can go into the mouse. And you just push it through to pop it out. There we go. Okay, and finally we get to the mouse itself. Bear with me while I get this out of here. There we go. Okay, so first up, you've got the cable here. USB connectivity, and it's got this kind of braided cable, so it's kind of nice thick, so it's not going to easily tangle or really break. That's why they make those cables braided like that. And then you've got the mouse. So as you can see right on the top there, it's got the Battlefield 2142 artwork, and it does look pretty cool. probably the light here is not doing this justice, just because it kind of reflects on it. But it looks really awesome. The top of the mouse is sort of like a kind of a smooth, shiny kind of surface. It's got sort of a matte kind of shine to it, but it's kind of a smooth. While the sides here are all rubberized on the side as well. It's sort of just all kind of a rubberized feel to it. On the bottom of the mouse you've got these glide pads, which make it glide on pretty much any kind of mouse mat that you have. They glide really nicely actually. Shows you the laser there, and this is where you actually put your weight cartridge. So this actually clips in. So this thing actually clips into here, like that, and you can pop it out like that as well. And it's got some kind of model numbers and everything just there. On the top of the mouse you have a scroll wheel, which also clicks down and also goes side to side. You've got a plus and minus up there, which are basically your DPI switching, so you can go up and down if you want to. And on the bottom here you have a back button. Also this little thing here, this is where it shows you what level of DPI you are, so when you go up and down it'll actually basically light up and show you kind of what level of DPI you are at the time. Sort of like it shows you on the box there, just in the corner, like that. So it'll light up orange and shows you what DPI level you're at, 400, 1200 or 2000. So it's a pretty cool looking mouse. Obviously it's aimed at Battlefield 2142 fans, but also you can buy this mouse in just like a plain kind of grey colour, and it's sort of the unbranded version. So you, even if you're not a Battlefield fan, you can get the plain edition. They work exactly the same, except for the Battlefield has the artwork on it. Now how does this mouse perform? Well, first off, just holding it and actually using it, it feels really comfortable to hold. The clicks are really nice and smooth, you can hear that. They're really nice to press, really nice kind of feel buttons on them. Very comfortable to hold. So you hold your mouse, your thumb fits really nicely in this groove just here. You can reach the back button really easy if you need to. And on the other side, because of the way it's sort of shaped here, your other fingers fit really nicely in there, so you can actually grip the mouse with your pinky, so it's out of the way as well, so you're not dragging it. If you prefer to hold your mouse up a bit more closer, you can do that as well, but you can also lean your hand on the mouse like this and still easily glide it around your surface. Scroll wheel feels very nice, very kind of responsive in using it. You can switch weapons and stuff with that as well. And of course you can use it on browsing, scrolling, everything like that. It's also got the left and right kind of scroll as well, and the click down. Really easy and quick to, when you're using it and everything, to then press one of these buttons here to put your DPI up and down, depending on how kind of sensitive you want it. So if you're taking like a really like precise shot, say with a sniper or something, you put your DPI level down so you can get really kind of slow kind of movement, so you can get that really nice precise slot. But if you want the mouse to go really shot, like you really are like in the middle of an action thing and you want to shoot a lot of things, you turn your DPI right up so you get the smoothest, quickest kind of mouse movement, so you can easily just move your gun around and aim and shoot. So it's a really precise mouse, and the best thing with the mouse, you can use this with any game. Just any game. This mouse is really awesome because of its universal. You don't have to use it just for shooters. It works brilliantly with shooters, but it works just as good with third-person shooters, or just your average point-and-click game, or whatever game you're playing at the time. So whatever the game you choose to play, you can use this mouse with. The only downside from these type of masks, because I've actually used the actual just plain G5 a lot basically in the past. This one I haven't used because it is a special edition, it is harder to find. But I have used the plain one a lot, and what I've noticed with that one is that basically all the sides here, they wear off very quickly, and it's just the type of rubberized kind of feel it has to it. If you slightly run like your fingernail over this or something, it will scratch, and over time the coating on this will slightly peel off and show some wear. And with these mice as well, because the artwork is on the top and that's where your hand goes, if you use one of the special editions like these with artwork, you'll find over time this artwork will start to rub and start to show wear. So obviously if you're buying this for like a collector's kind of thing with Battlefield 2142 artwork, you probably wouldn't want to use this one. You'd probably want to buy like an artwork, like just a standard one to use. By today's standards though, I mean 2000 DPI isn't probably the best sensitivity, because most mice now are 3600 or even more. But this mouse back in the day was really brilliant. I mean, you can still use this today with games. It's just not as probably good as some of the more modern mice from Razer, Sharkie, and some of the more modern Logitech mice. But it's still a great mouse. I mean, I gamed with the G5 for years, and it is really a great mouse. It performed really well. It always lasted. It took a beating as well. From on the side, from just showing wear, I never had an issue with it whatsoever. They're really good quality mice. And the good thing now, that if say you're looking for a gaming mouse and you can't afford one of the newer mice, you can get one of these G5s for only about $35, the unstandard version of it. The Battlefield 2142 version of it, it's a lot more expensive. You're looking probably 100 to 150 for the special edition version. But if you just want a basic mouse and you can't afford the more higher DPI mouse, then the G5 is for you, because like I said, you can pick them up really cheaply. And another good thing of this feature of the mouse, which I was saving for last, was the weight adjustment. Now we've seen this before in such mouses like the Sharkie Rat. It allows you to add weights on the back of the mouse to adjust the tune, and there are heaps of other mice out there that do it. This mouse also does it. Like I mentioned before, this is the weight cartridge, and basically you choose whatever weight you want for this mouse. You put it in here, and we'll just put a whole lot of random ones in here. I'll put another 1.7, and you can adjust it to which side you want. So if you want one side heavy, you can put it on this side, otherwise you put it on the other side, and they fit in like this. And then if you're happy with that, you load it into your mouse, clip into place, and it adds more weight to the mouse. So now this mouse feels a lot heavier, and it feels got more heft to it. And like I said, if you put one either side, it'll make one side a bit more heavier. And so basically you can actually, so if you lift up your mouse, you find, because sometimes when you're gaming and that, you do tend to lift up your mouse and move down, that's what that weight happens to one side, so it makes it easier to do it. Otherwise it's pretty cool. And for like such a cheap mouse, like I said, the unbranded version for $35 to get the weight is a really good price to pay for it. If you're a collector though and you're a fan of Battlefield, get the special edition. The special edition is now incredibly rare and hard to find. Like to get the special edition, I was after it for years before I finally got one. And like I said, on eBay, on a good mint and packaging thing like you see here, you're probably looking at about $100 to $150 for the special edition. But other than that, it's a great mouse. I'd highly recommend it. I mean, I know a couple of people that bought about 3 of these when they came out, just to have backups so they could keep using it, and some of them even still use it today. And I mean, I've still got my other G5, which is a bit worn. That's still on my old gaming computer at the moment, which I still use occasionally. So I'm still using my old one today. It's a cool mouse. It works really well. I'd highly recommend it, especially today, to anyone that can't afford one of the really expensive Razer or Sharkie mouse or anything like that. You want to go for a cheaper mouse and everything. Don't go for the little cheap one that advertises as like a cheap gaming mouse or something. Go and look on eBay or something and pick up like a Logitech G5 for, you know, like, yeah, they're usually about $30, $35, something like that. They're not much at all, and you can usually buy them brand new for that price. You know, pick one of those up because they are excellent mice. Other than that, I mean, if you've got the extra money, then you're probably better off going for the newer mice, because like I said, both Razer, Sharkie, and Logitech all make sort of an entry-level mouse that have higher DPI ratings, but they're usually a bit more expensive. They're usually around the $50 mark. So it just depends on how much you really want to spend on it. But otherwise, it's a great mouse. I'll get a bit of a close-up here of the artwork again, because the special edition version, the main difference is of course the artwork on it, which does look awesome, I must admit. And it will definitely appeal to any Battlefield 2142 fan. See there. It's hard to really capture the kind of color of it as well, because the light kind of blends it out a bit. but it does look really cool. But yeah, that's about all I can say about this mouse. It's a great mouse. I'd highly recommend it to anyone, especially collectors of the Battlefield series. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Sharkie Gamer. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll have heaps more controller and accessory videos up really shortly. Leave a comment down below if you'd like to, and like this video if you like this video. Thanks again for watching, guys.